And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and we're in the Mighty 1090 studios with Mr. Pat McDonell from Western Outdoor News. We're going to be talking fishing here on a Memorial Day weekend. The unofficial start of summertime and the unofficial start of the fishing season, because the fishing season's already going on. So you stay tuned. We're going to tell you all about it. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Everybody looks forward to spring fishing. The yellowtail are starting to bite, and exciting tuna action is right around the corner. As the fishing is ramping up, Ford Truck Month is winding down. These are the final days to get big rebates and special low financing on Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in America for 39 years in a row. That's why you see so many at the launch ramp these days. F-150 has the power and capability to tow and launch your boat with ease. Plus, its high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body panels won't rust like other trucks. If you have a big boat to move and need even more muscle, Ford Super Duty is definitely the way to go. Its next-generation 6.7-liter Power Stroke turbo diesel delivers big-time power along with impressive fuel economy. So don't miss the final days of Ford Truck Month, the best time of the year to step up to a new F-150 or Super Duty. See your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have child care, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on 2 of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing, and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip. But the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Give you a fun show today, man.
Yes, indeed. Our good buddy, Mr. Pat McDonell from Western Outdoor News. Good morning.
What's up, Pat?
Good morning.
Busy time of year for all of us in this world, right?
Oh, it's fantastic. Like, just unbelievable. We're just sitting here talking about it. You just can't it's the enthusiasm in our industry right now is just off the charts.
Bluefin tuna, yellowtail, yellowfin tuna.
Yeah,
May.
right. Albacore.
Oh,
Albacore, yeah.
And not only
How
that,
about
up north, we're getting squid, at the islands and that kind of thing. So that is just turning
like
the
legitimate schools of squid. That
legitimate.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah, I heard, boats seining squid, multiple boats selling squid at both Cat and Clemente. I mean, it's flooded. It's on.
Yeah, it's game on. And think about it. It's still only May. It's been going on since April.
So rad, dude.
It's gonna get
so rad.
Welcome back, Rick.
Thanks, man. It's good to
How
be
was
back.
your trip?
Well, it's okay to be back.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good to
okay,
be
yeah.
here, but,
It's not never good to leave Kauai because you leave there and it's just like, oh, man, I got to get back to
Republic. Yeah, it's a lot easier to come back, though, knowing that the fish are biting so good and they're close and they're big. So,
and you live in paradise.
Not a bad spot to be.
It's a second paradise.
That was the one thing that was funny when we were leaving over there. People in the airport or whatever, like, oh, where's home? Like, oh, we're going back to San Diego. Oh, get out of here, man. You don't get to complain about that.
Yeah.
The poor guy next to you is going back to Nebraska, so we'll take it. It's all good.
Yeah, no kidding. But welcome back.
Thank
Good
you.
trip.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
with
great
your family,
time.
And
really
you and your
good.
dad went fishing even?
Yeah, we had a great trip. Just the family, Mom, Dad, and Carly and I went, and we haven't all been on a family vacation in a long time and had an absolute blast. Mellow, relaxed. Dad and I fished in the Waialua River and caught some bass, and they have which I had no idea, they've got GTs that live in the river. Like, I didn't even know that fish could survive brackish water, and they said they'll get miles up the river. So we caught some little teeny giant trevallies, and they said they get them up to 40 pounds in the river. But we had good bass fishing on hard jerk baits, and just a blast, man. It was a wrap. Super fun trip. Great. Loved it, and ready to be back and catch some fish here.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, speaking of GTs, I talked to Cassman, who just returned from Christmas Island.
Yeah, right.
They had a phenomenal trip, and we're going to hear more about it here later in the show. A lot of big GTs.
I saw some pictures from Razor. Looked like those guys got them.
Yeah,
That's
for
cool.
sure. So now, are giant trevally one of the species that qualify in the Big Fish Challenge from Western Outdoor News?
No, that's not one of the not one of the 6. But it's pretty exciting. We're just going to be starting up here pretty quick, and so we're June 24th through September 5th. It's a 10-week derby, weekly winners, and of course the overall. The overall winners, I mean, the guys who win the weekly for the 6 species, they get a nice list of stuff. It's 60 winners, but the 6 division winners, the 6 species winners, they get like $5,000-$6,000 worth of stuff, and it's unique stuff too. Custom art, rods, reels, a lifetime entry into the Fred Hall shows, kind of
that's
cool.
way cool.
Stuff that you really can't get really anywhere else. And so, and there's also cash involved too. So, because the Yamaha money is going into that. So this is a 10-week deal. Kayakers, party boats. Seriously. Private boaters, everybody. Hell, if you can catch a big fish off the surf, you can go. We'll take that too. And we have weigh stations all up and down. We just we have linked. There's like 6 along the coast where you can weigh in. So you enter online, you put your fish online, and then we have the information each week in the newspaper. So it's probably the most ambitious effort that we've ever made across the board in all the types of fishing that we report on and deal with.
And what a year to do it, too. I mean, with the good fishing that we're clearly already having and are going to have. I mean, and I love long ones like that, too, because, if whatever, take our trip, for example. If you've got something going the weekend that the tournament was scheduled while you're out, well, this covers the entire fishing season.
Right, exactly. So
what are the species, Pat?
Let's see. It's halibut, lingcod, tuna, yellowtail, white sea bass. I think I'm missing one in there.
That's awesome.
I think probably Dorado.
Dorado.
Yeah.
So and there's each category is separate.
Yes, and you can enter if it's $10, and then $40 for all 6. So you can enter.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
$10 each or $40.
So you can go online at onebigfish.com and enter for $10 or $40 or $20, whatever species you want. You just have to sign up 3 days before you go fishing.
WONbigfish.com.
Yeah, it's a website.
It's a separate website.
Yeah, we've got a few things to still to work out on it, but you can enter. We'll enter it and get the PayPal and all that. So as soon as you, we'll get it up, and it's close to being up. And so it's going to be real easy to enter and then re-enter and expand, what you do. So let's say you're going to go on a trip for bluefin or like that, a day and a half, which I think that's pretty much the extent of how far you can go down, all the way Point Conception down to a day and a half trip. Because you can't have a long range trip involved in this, because nobody would ever you can't beat the yellowfin tuna on a long range trip. So. And then, you can say, well, I'm going to go on a 2-day trip or a day-and-a-half trip, or even just Catalina, and I'm going to go get white sea bass or a tuna. You can sign up for that 3 days before the tournament, and then before you go fishing, and then you're in.
I think that's so
for the whole season.
So so if you're only in for white sea bass, you can always go in for lingcod later, or so you're in for all 10 weeks once you put the $10 in each species. So it's real cheap, real easy. It's fun. There's weekly winners. I mean, the list of stuff that you get, just for weekly winners is pretty cool. You got a Fishworks tournament shirt, a Wind Grips rod wrap, 3 packs of Gamakatsu hooks, spool of High Seas 20-pound fluorocarbon, and packs of Big Hammer swim baits. And that's just what we have right now. And those go out to 60 winners, 6 each week, 10 weeks. And then, but the prize for the you guys, I know Rick, you're going to be going after
wheels and turning.
You're going after
it's awesome.
The monster trout, the monster prize packages for each of the 6 species over 10 weeks is just unbelievable. I mean, $500 cash from Yamaha, Avett Reel, Cousins Rods, Costa Sunglasses, Global Fish Mount, Plano Tackle Box, Food Saver. Spools of Iser braid, lifetime pass to the Fred Hall Show, 1-year membership to 976 Bite, 1-year subscription to Terrafin, overnight party trip,
Dude.
John Petty Goldsmith jewelry, 85 quart Esky cooler, $500 Marine Service certificate, Fishworks $150 gift certificate, and you get your own custom art from it's called Abacker. It's a studio Abacker artist prints, $340 each. So it's custom. You're the winner.
And
you get that for your species. You win.
And there's 6 of those packages.
6 of those
That's
packages.
Awesome.
Wow.
So everybody who we've asked has said absolutely no problem. We'd love to contribute, and so we're adding those things. So it's fun. It's easy. It's online. We're also going to be in the newspaper each week with the results every single week. We'll have
pictures
a full page.
of winners, that kind of
Absolutely. So it's fun. It's really cool. We have weigh stations all up and down the coast, and those are listed also on the website.
It's not on the honor system. You have to weigh the fish.
No, we have a
I
got it.
Yeah, I got one.
I got a 70-pounder. I got my sleep last
70-pound
night.
lingo.
The honor system doesn't work so good for fishing. Somebody tries to figure out a way to cheat. No, it's we have weigh stations up and down, and we have a weigh system. So if you go to San Diego Marlin Club, we just signed them up. There's somebody there, or they'll come down and weigh the fish, and then you hold up your weigh slip, which is large enough to see on a photo, and then you put that on the website, and then you're in for that thing and for that particular fish and that particular weight. So
how
it's
many
all
different
legitimate.
weigh stations are there?
I think there's 6, I believe now. Let me see.
But they're going to be up and down the coast.
Up and down the coast.
Yeah, they're up and down the coast. I can actually list them. I've got the supplement right here. Hook, Line, and Sinker in Santa Barbara, Cisco's in Oxnard, 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, Alamitos Bay Fuel Dock, that's in Long Beach, Balboa Angling Club, Dana Point Fuel Dock in Dana Point, Ken's Custom Reel in Oceanside, Fisherman's Processing in San Diego Bay, as well as the Marlin Club. We just signed them up. And then Dana Landing Market and Fuel Dock in Mission Bay. So it covers the whole area.
Yeah.
And then it has times and days that they're open. Most of them are open. I think 9 to 6 p.m. So the listing's in there. So there's a ton of stuff, and it's really it's just fun, And then so it's just one of the events we're doing. That's the new one this year. It somewhat replaces the
Big Fish Challenge.
Yeah, somewhat replaces the other things that we've done for small boat type tournaments, which we had.
The one-day tournament.
The Catalina tournament, we finally we killed it off. We did not feel
just in time, right? Now it's biting at Catalina.
Yeah, you know what?
Nice. So we can thank Western Outdoor News for canceling that tournament.
Yeah,
for that sea bass bite. Thank you very much, guys.
I just never. Yeah, it was just it was just slowly going. Everybody was catching big fish on the coast, and nobody wanted to go to the island to fish. So we had 30 teams of 4 or 5 people, but it just wasn't profitable. And maybe we'll bring it back. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do a coastal tournament, and then people can go fish wherever they want. But this
is nice because everybody can be in.
Everybody can be in. Everybody can be in. So
you're right. You mentioned the kayakers. I mean, that not only do they have a shot, I would go so far as to say they have an advantage. I mean, because you don't need. You're not trying to catch a limit's worth of fish and race somebody back to the dock. You're trying to catch a big one. One big sea bass, one big yellow, one big lingcod.
Right.
This is for everybody.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I dig it, man. I think it's a great format. I think it's really format.
Good job.
Chuck came up, Bill Hodger, our marketing guy at Western Outdoor News, he came up with the concept, and we all kind of sat around and kind of had our input. And I was thinking, well, I don't know, okay, maybe it'll work. And then as time went on, I was like, wow, it's really kind of turned into something pretty cool. And the response in the industry has been fantastic, and I'm glad you guys like the concept, too. That means a lot.
So
yeah.
What about November? Are we still going to Cabo?
I don't know. You want to go to Cabo? I mean, yeah.
I do.
That is a juggernaut tournament. It's gone crazy. It's our 18th year. We had 600.
18th year for the Western.
We had a record amount of money last year. I think we're going to be over $700,000 in cash this year. And then I listed as $750,000 in cash and prizes, but last year we had $649,000 was given away in cash, and I think we're going to be above that alone just in payouts. For the last year, we paid out to 5 teams, $649. 2 teams over $200,000. Another team $78,000. Another one, and 2 more at $50,000. So there's a lot of money involved in that. We had 143 teams last year in November, and a year after Hurricane Odile, and then I think we're going to have well over 150. Every sponsor's back. We already have 40 or 50 teams already signed up, claiming their numbers. It's unbelievable. You know that huge pier in Cabo, with the one where you had to go get your paperwork, which you do not have to do anymore. They have that. It's different now. That pier is almost a football field long, and so we have that for the awards dinner.
Wow!
Oh, what a cool spot!
There's no cruise ship coming in, so that's
awesome.
Yeah, it gives us the most prominent spot in all of Cabo for this tournament. They really are opening their arms to us. This tournament, they just know that it's a Mexico-American tournament. It's really a Mexican tournament, but we're running it. And so they really feel welcome there. We have dignitaries that show up. We do. There's 9. I have to tell you this. There's 10 events that are part of this. Whether it's the Friday little charter that we have. There's the 2 weigh-ins. There's the captain's meeting. There's the 2 dinners. I mean, there's 10 events that are done at this tournament. It's not just like we're just going to go fish and just go weigh some fish. It's really it's a party every night, and it goes on and on. So it's one reason why when I call up you guys, after the tournament, I can hardly talk.
Yeah.
And
this is your baby.
The thing about the Cabo Jackpot, too, we say it's a party every night, but it's as mellow or as crazy as you want it to be. I mean, I've been there with you for years and years, and, older couples that just want to go down and fish and have fun and enjoy Cabo and some good food and hang out on the beach in between, to young party dudes that want to party their butts off and compete just the same. I mean, it is everything for every person and a rad event. Oh, yeah. We're doing some fun stuff this year. So Fishworks is back this year. It's kind of cool. That was kind of awesome. I love those guys, and we're so stoked to have them back. But Okuma, Cousins, all the top, of course, Costa. Minerva's down there helping us every which way.
Yeah, I know Minerva. When we do our Let's Talk Hookup Sport Fishing Association of California broadcast in December, Minerva is always on the show, and she always talks about that tournament as one of the showcase tournaments. I mean, now you guys have done such a good drive, and it's all you, Pat. I mean, you've just done a tremendous job with that.
You always say that, and I always have to say, no, that's not true.
Well,
I get in
but
trouble.
you're the spearhead.
Yeah, no, it's somebody.
I'm giving you credit.
Somebody does that.
I've seen you doing that from day one.
It's true. Somebody has to be in charge of it, and somebody has to be in control of it.
Yeah.
But
it's a big tournament along the lines of the Bisbee.
Yeah, it is.
Different species.
It is. Bisbee's really, because of the money involved, $60,000 entry at the top end. Back when I did it, like 15, 18 years ago, it was $16,000 to go across the board. Now it's $60,000. But really, essentially, it's a $16,000 across the board for the average person, $5,000 to get in. It's a big tournament. It's a lot of money.
How much is it across the board in the Western?
$23,000.
$23,000.
Yeah,
that's a big money tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it costs $1,000 to get in. It's kind of funny. I tell people, they said, I don't know if I can afford that tournament. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll break it all down for you. It's on the website. I break it down for you to be in 2 optionals. It includes a rental car, airfare, everything to be in the tournament. All entries. It costs you about $2,600 to be in the tournament if there's 4 of you on a team. And that includes your charter boat. That includes bait, food, rental car, tips, everything. Everything I can think of, and it's $2,500. Hell, it costs more than that to go to Alaska for 3 days. It costs more than that to go to Cabo with your buddies and going out and having a couple of drinks. So It's very reasonable.
You have special packages? Is that how you do that?
No, we don't do that. I just break it down to the point where I say, look, it's not that expensive. You think it is. Now, if you want to go up and get a bigger boat, you want to get into more optionals, yes, of course, you can spend a ton of money.
But you and four buds can get together.
You and four buddies go down there for $2,500 and go down there and be part of an event. It's a big deal. Bring your family down. If you have a timeshare, it's even cheaper. So, yeah, if you don't get a rental car, it's cheaper than that. So,
as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. Lots to talk about with Mr. Pat McDonell from Western Outdoor News, including the Big Fish Challenge and more. And speaking of Alaska, we're going to hear later on in the show from Seth Bone, Kingfisher Charters.
Can't wait.
Oh, great.
Getting them up there. And, of course, our 19th annual tournament coming up here in about 3 weeks. We'll be fishing up there. It's going to be a good time.
I cannot wait for that. And I can't wait for today's show, man. There is so much to cover with Pat in here and all the great fishing that's going on. And if you want to join us, we want to hear from you this morning. Give us a call. Be a part of Let's Talk Hookup because there's going to be a lot to talk about today. You can tell because the phone lines are already getting jam-packed. And if you want to get through, talk to Pat. There's two ways you can do it. First is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's our local number. Or you can reach us toll-free. That toll-free line, 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only going to be taking your phone calls, not only going to be answering all kinds of questions between local fishing, offshore fishing, all the great stuff going on at Western Outdoor News, we have also got such a great prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today, and that's a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. And it's a really cool new frame. It's the Bamboo Forest, which is a really cool, nice fisherman style of glasses from Maui Jim's. The frame is that olive fade color, and you get those great Maui HT lenses, which you know are my favorites.
And the Maui Pure Lens, which is super lightweight and
Exactly.
super durable, and amazing lens.
It's a great pair of glasses. Again, the Bamboo Forest from Maui Jim. If you haven't seen them, you should scope it out on the Maui Jim website. They're a really nice pair of glasses. And again, if you want to get your shot at that, your chance to talk to Pat, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Tons of great fishing info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Yellowtail and Bluefin are here now, and it's time to go fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The perfect rod to handle tough fish like these is Terramar from Shimano. The secret? TC4 construction. That delivers a rod that is light and sensitive, yet tough and powerful. Shimano Terramar should be your next rod. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best inventory in the country of Terramar rods and the experts to help you select them. Visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. From a half-day trip on the Dolphin, overnight trips, and soon 3/4-day island trips on the Liberty. You can count on Fisherman's Landing to deliver the best. Check the website for all that is going on or call Fisherman's Landing at 619-221-8500. Book now at fishermanslanding.com.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank DePresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on Earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the two best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
It's big, it's comfortable, and she is beautiful. The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence. Veteran captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Captain Jeff Dubois has helped make the Independence a top-notch operation. Call Independence Sport Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check the availability on spring, summer, and fall trips now at IndependenceSportFishing.com.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
The Sport Fishing Association of California is taking a leadership role to broaden the fishing opportunities for Southern California anglers. And Saturday, June 11th, Pete Gray will be traveling to Ensenada, Mexico with the president of SAC, Captain Ken Franke, and his staff to host a very important live broadcast from Hotel Coral Resort in Ensenada. The broadcast will feature some key personnel from Mexico Fisheries and help strengthen the ties with the sport fishing fleet in Southern California and Mexico. They will also discuss the great fishing opportunities available in Ensenada. SAC's mission is to promote tourism through marine recreation and educational activities while protecting ocean resources. By working together with Mexico, we can show our care for the resources, both at home and across the border, and our desire to take an active role to help protect the future of our fisheries. So mark your calendar for Saturday, June 11th, a very special live broadcast from Ensenada, Mexico, with the Sport Fishing Association of California. Check CaliforniaSportFishing.org for more information.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Well, I can assure you that the onebigfish.com website is definitely up and running and easy because I'm totally signed up, done.
Oh, you just signed up?
I'm done. I'm paid up. I got my confirmation order, got my email responding back to it. I mean, it's that easy. So that's how much I like the tournament. I'm in.
Onebigfish.com.
I got my order number right here. I'm good.
You might be the first.
I can tell by my order number I'm not, but it was pretty cool, man. I dig it. I think it's a great event. I think it's really cool. I'm in.
That's
signed up.
Yeah.
You're going to win.
I'm going to
try.
So
you're in the
Yellowtail
Derby, the one Derby. You're going to just
I'm a Derby man.
I get them all.
I got nothing but fishing time on my hands right now, my friend. I'm going to do it up.
That's awesome, man. Hey, another thing that you definitely want to do up is the Longfin Tackle Store Shimano Day. That's coming up 2 weeks from today, believe it or not, June 11th. Going to be a great event at the Longfin. We'll be in Ensenada with the Sport Fishing Association of California. You'll be here in the studio, and we'll be broadcasting live at the beautiful Hotel Corral. So we won't be at this year's Longfin event, but you should be because it is a phenomenal sale.
We say it every year. There is nobody that pulls out all the stops for a sale like the guys at the Longfin.
Oh, yeah.
You just should not miss it.
Oh, yeah. And all the Shimano guys will be there. They'll be working on reels. They'll be teaching you Power Pro connections. They'll have all kinds of stuff. It is the sale of sales when it comes to Shimano. So mark your calendar, Saturday, June 11th, the Shimano Tour Stop and giant sale. They have a big raffle and everything, the whole deal. Everything that Shimano makes will be on sale, which just doesn't happen.
Right.
And it's going to be on sale big time. So Saturday, June 11th.
There's all kinds of things that you'll have opportunities to. I know a lot of times, and not necessarily this one, but I would bet there's often employee samples that get sold there at killer prices, discontinued things that get sold at killer prices, brand new things that get sold at killer prices. It's an event you cannot miss.
Yeah. 2 weeks from today, Saturday, June 11th, at the Longfin in Orange. Be sure to mark your calendar for that. Also, 1 week from today, can you believe it?
It's on.
1 week from today, it's on. It's our first San Diego County Ford dealer remote broadcast. Is next Saturday, June the 4th, at Encinitas Ford, corner of Encinitas Boulevard and El Camino Real in Encinitas, and it's going to be your first chance to qualify for the big grand prize. That's a 4-night fishing package to the world-famous Katmai Lodge in Bristol Bay, Alaska. Unbelievable place. Alaska Airlines is throwing in a round-trip ticket from San Diego and Anchorage on Alaska Airlines. And, Alaska flies nonstops to great fishing destinations, which you just experienced, to Kauai nonstop out of San Diego, Costa Rica, Puerto Vallarta. And if you haven't signed up for the best mileage plan in the business, click the Alaska Air banner on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website, hookup1090.com, and sign up, because it is certainly the best. And how is that service?
It's super easy, super fast, no problems, no hassles, no nothing. Our flights got into town early both times. It's just, I agree with you. And the mileage plan is crazy easy to deal with, because I'm horrible at stuff like that. And every time I book a reservation, the info's already in there. They're awesome.
You're in, yeah. And you can also win a trip on the Blackjack, courtesy of Dana Landing and Steve and the gang in Mission Bay there. We're going to give away Shimano rods and reels, Maui Jim sunglasses, and the prize cowboy is going to be there. Gary is going to be there with a ton of great stuff just to give away just for being there.
Wouldn't be a live broadcast without the cowboy. And for those that haven't been to, it's really cool. It's completely free. Just come, hang out, have some coffee, have some donuts, and then every time we have a break during the show, there's raffles that are going on, totally free. You don't pay any money, cool stuff given away, prizes and clothing and tackle, and it's a really fun time.
Chances are you're going to win something.
I would agree.
And chances are you're going to have a pretty good shot. I mean, I was talking to Jim Sheehan here at the radio station. He's like, man, that's like really good odds for like an $8,000 trip.
Seriously.
When you come and show up at this thing, all you have to do is just show up, and you could win that trip to Katmai Lodge on Alaska Airlines. Hookup1090.com on the guest page for rules and details. We'll see you next Saturday, a week from today, at Encinitas Ford. Going to be a blast. Hey, phones are packed. One line open. You want to get through 877-792-1090. Let's jump in the phone.
You got it. Why don't we start it off at Woodland Hills this morning and talk to our good buddy Don. Don, good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Is this?
Hey guys, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Don? How you doing?
Hey, I am doing great. The only way I'm going to be doing better is if I'm out on the water somewhere.
Yeah,
exactly.
So hey, since I can't be out on the water, Western Outdoor News and Let's Talk Hookup keep me there. When I can't do it. So my question, Pat, is, and actually first a comment, first of all, it's a privilege to be able to speak with you. I love Western Outdoor News. It's been something that's been part of my life for way, way, way too long. I hate to say how long. But, I graduated high school in 71, so that gives you an idea, and I was reading it then. Would like to know a little bit about what it takes to put together the paper. So what are some of the challenges you have to go through and your team go through each week to help us understand what's going on in the water?
Good question.
Boy, well, let's see now. We have full-time employees, of course, but we also have the tentacles of many, many other writers and dozens of sources. And then, of course, we call almost 200 lakes and every single landing and captains. So no one really does what we do. I mean, even websites that are really great out there, BD and everybody else, they're getting information from other people, but we call and go on websites. We have to we formulate all this stuff. So on a weekly basis, because of the Northern California paper and the Southern, all the way from Baja all the way to the Oregon border, we're making almost 200 to 300 contacts every single time and writing those stories. So what you see in the Southern California paper isn't exactly all that we do. We do it in Northern California, where we cover all the way down from the Chetco River all the way down to Fresno area. And you can see those in the form charts. Those form charts every week are brand new. So in terms of content, and everybody says, content is so important on a website, so important to a newspaper. That's all we do. We don't have any filler either. We don't have AP, UPI, Reuters, whatever else out there feeding us crap information that we fill in around a few pages of editorial. It's all fresh, brand new, and it comes in on Saturday, Sunday, a lot of it on Monday, and then Monday we produce both publications, and they go out and they go on digitally and to the press on Tuesday. Monday night for the press, and on Tuesday they're digitally put up. So it's a big task for a small army of people all coming in. Because of the digital age, we're able to do it that way. And
different than in the old days.
Oh, it's different than the old days.
How long at the paper?
I've been there 32 years.
32 years.
I was on a typewriter. When I came from a daily paper, we were actually all on computers and doing things digitally. We're the morning press up, which is now no longer around. But when I came there, we were on typewriters, and of course then we went to K-Pros, then we went to Apple, and then and so now of course everything is digital photography and everything else. But it was really quite difficult to get all this information from all over, and of course the more we become digitally enhanced and everything, the quicker we can do things. It's pretty amazing how we can get information from all over, really, truly all over the world if we wanted it.
Like, for example, the front page of this week's paper is a beautiful wahoo caught at Rancho Leonero. John Ireland texted me that photo, I think middle of last week. We put it up on our website or on our Instagram and our Facebook, and you've got it on the front page.
Already on the cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She's been out for
that sat around for about 4 or 5 days before I actually put it on the cover. Sometimes we get a cover. The fish was caught on Sunday or Saturday, and I'll put it on the cover.
So you could catch a fish on tomorrow, and it could be on the cover on Tuesday in West Rock.
Oh, absolutely. Almost every picture.
Merritt
McRae does our saltwater reports, and he has the captains taking the pictures and the crews and taking the pictures of the people at the landings, and they'll come on Sunday to him from either a Friday or Saturday or Sunday trip. They'll send it to me. I'll look at it, and I go, I like that picture. I'm going to put it on the cover. So the guy who caught something on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday will be on the cover, and he'll open up the paper and go, oh, my God, I'm on the cover.
So you do have a digital edition, too.
We have a digital edition.
So how do you get the digital edition?
Oh, just if you're a subscriber, you just go to WONews.com, and then you go there.
You're already on the subscriber list.
Yes, you are. And there's a code, and it explains how you can just go call it up, and then you can get your paper actually digitally, both north and south, full color, all the supplements. It's amazing what the website allows you to do and read the newspaper. It's very easy to use on flip page format. I don't think so.
No,
they're very expensive.
Okay.
And so it's pretty amazing. And you get your newspaper on Tuesday if you want it.
Yeah.
And the north and the south editions just by buying the paper for $40 a year. And for $24, you can just get the digital only. So if you're some serviceman over, in Afghanistan, you can actually read the newspaper on Tuesday, just like everybody else gets it, and you'll get it before the guy in Pacoima.
That's great.
In the mail.
So
yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Don. Appreciate that.
Hey, with that, it's time to find out what's biting in the Baja. We got the man, the Cast Man, Richard Castanedo from Cast Tour, standing by today. The Catch Report sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing. Your fish, the fish that you catch, is a very valuable item, so why not take the best possible care of it? And there's no question who the best is. It's Fisherman Processing in San Diego. They're San Diego's finest. They'll treat your fish just like it was their own, and once you try them, you will be hooked. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or just see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landings. And we got the man on the line, the Cast Man, Richard Castanedo from Cast Tours. Buenos dias, Cast Man.
Fresh back from Christmas Island.
Yeah, buenos dias, Pat, and of course you, Ricky, and Pedro, and buenos dias to you too.
Yeah, thanks.
What's up, Cast?
Yeah. No, I was just got back late Tuesday night. You guys were talking about Alaska Airlines. I'm in Oregon right now, so I took off from Eugene, made a connection in Seattle, and flew home the same way. And flight was on time, good service on the plane, and real good way to travel, especially here in the Northwest. But the trip to Christmas Island, what a group of guys we had. I don't think even with you on the trip, Pete, I don't think I've ever laughed so much.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you.
Well, with Mark Gillette there, man. Holy moly.
Mark Gillette, I hadn't met Mark before, and what a peach of a guy. I'm telling you, that guy can keep you laughing. And what an intense fisherman. He wanted to target GTs on the popper along with his fishing buddy Gil. And those guys hit it hard. I mean, they were popping.
And they got him.
Yeah, they got him. And Gil, who specifically, that was his main fish, was the GT, and he kept getting them roll on the popper. He just couldn't hook one. The day before we came home, he finally got his. I think he got 4 GTs, nice. And so it really worked out well. But overall, probably the best bone fishing we've had in the 7-8 years we've been going there. even me, I'm not the best fly fisherman, but I was getting between 16 and 18 a day. Probably got my biggest, I think 5-6 pounds. Dave Cooper from Denver, Colorado. Now he's a fly fisherman. He said he had his best bone fishing ever, and he's been fishing for a lot of years. He had 40 one day.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Get out of here.
It was phenomenal. So now, as far as the offshore, tuna were there. God, the birds were just all over. And those fish were just below the water, and they wouldn't break. We were throwing poppers in there and couldn't get them to go. But we found probably the easiest way was just trolling, and we picked up quite a few tuna. Nothing really big. I think our biggest was about 30, and of course, we had some nice wahoo up to about 40, 45 pounds, fishing just outside the reef. And when we say offshore there, you're only fishing a block to maybe a mile off the beach. That's how close the blue water is there. And just insane fishing. And just to let the listeners know, our next trip is going to be next June, 2017. And I believe the dates are the 20th of June to the 27th.
Yeah, that's correct. And Castman, the other thing, too, about Christmas Island, other than the airfare, it's such a reasonable deal. Is it still like less than $2,500 for a week, including food, fishing, lodging, everything?
Yeah. Yes, it's $25.95 for the full week, 7 nights lodging, all your meals, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, 6 days of guided fishing, and you have your choice. You can either fish the flats, you can fish inside the lagoon, you can go offshore.
And you have your own guide, right?
Yeah, on the flats, each person has their own guide. And what was really funny is Mark Gillette and a few of the other guys had never fly fished before. And I kept telling them, guys, you've got to go out and do the flats at least 1, maybe 2 days.
Have to.
And Mark picked it up real quick, and the other guys did too. And matter of fact, after the first day, Mark did so well, he said, I'm fly fishing the last day. And he went out there, and, man, I'll tell you, I couldn't believe some of the size of the fish he was catching.
Yeah. Well, he called us, on his sat phone last week and gave us a report from Christmas Island, which was really fun. He was good enough to get up early and do that. What about you, Cass? How come you weren't there?
Where were you, Cass, man?
Well, I was probably having my second cup of coffee.
Not at 4:30 in the morning, I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my alarm was set for 10 minutes to 5, so he got a little bit earlier than I.
Sounds like a phenomenal trip. Christmas Island is certainly an amazing experience, and if you want to go experience it with Cass and, either Ricky or myself next year, we're arm wrestling over who's going to go next year, and we'll see what happens. June 20th, you spend the first night in Honolulu, and then you fly nonstop from Honolulu to Christmas Island. Only 3.5-hour flight on Fiji Air. Easy. It's the most remote, exotic fishing destination that is not that far away.
Right.
And very reasonable.
Yeah, it's such a special place, and
it is.
I look forward to that trip every year. And like I said, it's just it's a wonderful experience, and you guys want to try something different and go to a beautiful place on this this great planet. That's basically there's only 5,000 people living on that island.
Yeah,
and there's no stores, there's no Kmart, there's no Walmart. It's just nothing. You got to bring your own gear. There's not even a tackle shop on the island.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Castman, if somebody wants to go with you, I know you're going to write an article about it, and we'll put that on our website, hookup1090.com. How do we get a hold of you, book a spot? Because it always sells out. Don't think it's too early to do it. It's on our website, hookup1090.com, on the trips page. Check it out. How do we get a hold of you? We want to go to Christmas Island, Baja, mainland Mexico, wherever, Castman.
Hey, we'll get back to the Baja Fish Reports next Saturday, and just to let people know things are really improving, and they're improving quick. But to book a trip to Christmas Island or any other destination we sell throughout Mexico and Central America, give us a call at Cast Tours at 800-593-6510, or go on the web at www.casttours.com, and I'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
All right. Thanks, Castman. Welcome home. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Cass. Hey, exciting news announcing Yamaha Outboard's Wake Up the Season sales event for a limited time from now through June 15th. you purchase a select eligible new Yamaha 4-stroke outboard, it'll come with up to $500 in dealer credit towards the purchase of additional goods and services. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Visit your nearest Yamaha outboards dealer today for more details. And when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. The phone lines are packed up. Everybody wants to talk to Pat. You stay tuned. Lots more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
Have you ever imagined casting a fly or a lure on one of the most beautiful and productive rivers in Alaska? At Katmai Lodge, you can catch up to all 5 species of Pacific salmon. The king, sockeye, chump, pink, and silver salmon, along with rainbow trout, Arctic grayling, dolly varden, and other native stream fish. When anglers dream of trophy salmon and trout, the Alagnak River is their destination, and Katmai Lodge is the premier base camp. Being the original river-based lodge on the Alagnak gives the facility a leg up on the competition. Both experienced and novice anglers have rated Katmai Lodge and its knowledgeable guides as the best of the best. Katmai Lodge is remote, yet offers all the amenities of a first-class lodge. During your Alaska visit, you'll see amazing wildlife, brown bears, caribou, eagles, moose, otters, and much more. Schedule a day trip on their private de Havilland Otter Float Plane and visit the world-famous Brooks Falls. Book online at katmai.com or call 1-800-330-0326. That's katmai.com or call 1-800-330-0326 for the fishing adventure of a lifetime. Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels. With the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities, Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now, you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Time to talk about great product from Shimano. And, you know, bluefin tuna are close to home. Big ones.
They're big ones right now,
Yeah, they're big ones. And you need the power to throw a good surface iron at a bluefin. What are you going to use?
You've got some interesting choices right now, and the gear from Shimano is right for it. And the 2 choices I would say are Talica 12 2-speed and Trinidad 20A. And if you want optimum casting on a reel, there's no question about it. The very best casting reel on the planet, in my opinion, is a Trinidad 20A from Shimano. Good size reel, huge power, huge torque, star drag single speed, which gives you optimum spool weight, best casting performance. But when you do hook a big one, you've got the power to handle it.
And you match it with a Terramar 80H, you have the power to pull on that big fish. Check them out at your local Shimano dealer. The Trinidad Terramar combo, nothing beats it.
When it comes to tackle storage, it's got to be Flambeau, with several new products designed just for anglers. Check out the new H2O soft tackle system, now available in 3 sizes, complete with Tufftainers, the finest plastic tackle storage containers with Z-Rust, which has proven to be the best protection against rust and corrosion. Flambeau Tackle System's new AZ tackle system has flexible designs to match your type of fishing. And for travel, protect your rods with a tough bazooka rod carrier. Flambeau, available at Turner's Outdoorsman, Sport Chalet, and other fine tackle retailers.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now 18 stores throughout Southern California and 3 in San Diego County. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find the location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh, right.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Indeed. Pat McDonell from Western Outdoor News is here talking fishing. Let's go ahead and jump into the phones, Rick.
You got it. Well, phone lines are packed up. How about we this time talk to Dave calling us from Anza this morning. Hi, Dave. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, Pat, before my main question to you about the Western Outdoor News, I got another real quick one to ask you. How's the granddaughter doing there, Grandpa?
She's awesome. 3 months old, and it's hard to believe I'm a grandfather, but very proud. And Lauren and Eric are just amazing, amazing parents.
I can't believe Lauren, little Lauren that was in the studio with you here several years ago is a mother, man.
I know.
Me feel old.
I know.
I can't even imagine what it's like being a grandpa feeling old. It makes me feel old.
Pretty incredible. So occasionally I'll post some pictures. People say, hey, where's the fishing pictures? But no, it's pretty special to hold something so beautiful and so pure in your arms.
Yeah, well, you beat me by about 2 weeks. My granddaughter was born March the 10th, and I think we were both a little nervous that we might have to duck out of the Fred Hall show, but everything worked out there. So, yeah, my main question for you on the Western Outdoor News, though, I've been a subscriber for probably going on 25 years now, and the one thing I think I've most enjoyed are your Baja writers. Right now it's Gary and Jonathan. Before that, Gene Kira, Fred Hochter. These guys just paint pictures of Baja with these short columns that they write. Has there ever been any thought given to maybe doing a collection of, like, the best of stories that these guys have written and maybe put it in a book form? Because I can't think of anything that would give anybody a better picture of Baja than just reading what these guys have put out over the years.
That's such a great idea. I mean, some of the columns we've had. I mean, remember Bill Downey, the black guy who's an ex-Marine? You know, he did humor columns for us for years. And his columns were like, we haven't seen them now for about 15, 20 years, but God, they were so good. Every time they come in, you just laugh your butt off, you know. And then, of course, the columns by Gene Kira, of course, Tom Miller, and, you know, Fred Hochter, his stuff was hilarious. Gary is more of roaming down the Baja, and then, of course, Jonathan talks about just the world of living down there and dealing with Americans and then the cultures. So it's all very diverse. I think it'd be an incredible book. The question is getting all those guys and the families to approve it. It would take a bit, but I think it would be extremely entertaining, especially the way books and publishing is done now. You could do it online, and people could. I think it'd be a fantastic idea.
What is it about the Baja writers? You looking back in history of Western Outdoor News, and the Baja writers are always the ones that stand out, right? Fred Hochter, Gene Kira, Gary Graham, Tom Miller. I mean, those are the guys that really were the guys. And is it just the character of Baja and the changing?
I think you're right. It's the character of Baja. It's the characters in Baja, which is what Fred Hochter used to say, you know, and of course, you know, people love the romance of going down there and being on a deserted beach. You're sitting in an armchair.
A little bit, but.
Yeah, well, it has, but you can still see there's some extremely remote areas down there, and so I love both types of Baja, and there's any kind of fishing is there for you, any kind of place to stay, whether it's an RV or a tent on the beach. And to me, it's as safe as anywhere in the world.
It's such a cool escape.
You know? So I think a lot of it, you're right. It has to do with the people writing about it who love it, and then that comes out through their writing. And it's not that difficult to come up with great story ideas on a weekly basis. I told Jonathan when he came on, he says, "What do I write about?" And I go, just wing it. Whatever you feel is entertaining and important to you, then write it, and it will be entertaining and important to the reader. And that's really all I can convey as an editor. You have to give the writers the freedom to do what they want and not try to constrict them, because writing, there's only so many words in your world, really. You have only so many words you can write. Remember, Brandon Hayward said that many times. And if they're quality words, or they can be crud.
Yes.
Okay? So I like to see great writing in the paper, and that's the most important thing to me. I think that's what most of the readers want as well.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Dave. Speaking of Baja, you know, we had that great Cedros Tackle kayak adventure last week, and I've been working on the video for our YouTube channel, Let's Talk Hookup Radio Show. it brought back what an incredible trip that was. And the videos are really cool. I even took my drone down there and did some aerial shots of some of the landings in there. I'm hoping to have it done this weekend, but the best way to check that is just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Talk Hookup Radio Show. Go to our website, hookup1090.com, and click on the red icon on the right corner and just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Not only do you see the videos that we post, you'll also get our archives, because we post all of our archives on our YouTube channel. Every show is up on our YouTube channel, hookup1090.com. Let's Talk Hookup Radio Show. Just jump on that. But it reminded me what a great trip it was. And hard to believe, we still have one spot open on our July trip with Cedros Tackle to go do that kayak adventure with Ron Lane. If you want to grab that last spot, go to our website on the trips page, hookup1090.com, on the trips page, Cedros Tackle. Grab that last spot, because I'm telling you guys, we had a great adventure in May, and it's off season.
Right.
You go in July,
exactly.
Holy mackerel, you're going to catch some amazing fish down there. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and jump back in the fun.
You got it. How about this time we talk to Mike? He's calling us from Rosemead this morning. Hi, Mike. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Pete, part-time Rick, and Pat.
Oh, come on now. He finally got to take a vacation.
Yeah, I mean, every other week somebody's off, either you, Pete, or Rick.
Well, we have to go. It's
Must be nice. Yeah, I'd just like to, just call to say hello to Pat. I've known him, or I've fished with him many, many, many years ago, and I guess the most exotic place we fished together was down in Costa Rica on the eastern side, on the real Colorado river there.
Oh yeah, that's right. My gosh, the memories are coming back, flooding back. What an exciting, fun trip. First time I'd ever been there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how long you've been associated with Western Outdoors, but you answered my question in about 32 years is a long time. I mean, I've had my mortgage payment less than that, and my subscription to Western Outdoor News has even been longer. And so those were my two longest commitments of my life.
Well, I have to tell you, I have the picture of our group still. It's on sitting. I think it's somewhere around my desk, and I open it up and I look at there and I go, "Wow, that was a long time ago." But that was so fun. Everybody was in a big row, and I think a lot of those people are no longer with us. But Lynn Hardman, and it was just really a great group of people and fun. Yeah, that was back in the old days, when you didn't have cell phones or anything like that, and
no internet.
Winging it, you just go.
Someday I'll write a book about some of the funny stories about the travels that I've done around the world, and it's been that was one of the great trips. So yeah, great hearing from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to bump into you again in the near future.
Get on another trip.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including checking in with the Catch Report, and I got a feeling this is going to be a real good one. You stay tuned. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
If you're not wearing Maui Jim sunglasses, you're missing plenty. This is Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pisser. Fact is, I wouldn't go fishing with any other sunglasses than Maui Jim. When I wear them, the ocean's true colors come shining through with more contrast and clarity. When it's time to harpoon a big bluefin, I see that fish clearly at that critical time. Maui Jim, seeing is believing. Take it from us on the Wicked Pisser. Try a pair at your local tackle shops or check out MauiJim.com.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every
every year. And salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board, the only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh, rush!
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The ranch is small, It's very personal, very intimate. I don't think there's anywhere else that you could have the old Baja feel and have all the miles of beachfront, the palapa roofs and the stone walls. There's not a room that you don't have some kind of ocean view. You don't give up any amenities at the ranch. It's just very rustic. You know how when you cook outdoors it tastes better? Well, that's Rancho Leonero. It just tastes better. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, we've got snorkeling equipment, of course. We've got 12 super pongas. We have dive trips. We've got over 40 kayaks at the hotel. We've got all accurate equipment, very top of the line. And when the fishing's good, we'll freeze your fish, pack it all up, send it home with you. People love it. They'll come back 5-6 times a year. That's the highest accolade we can get. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. It's unique.
Everybody looks forward to spring fishing. The yellowtail are starting to bite, and exciting tuna action is right around the corner. As the fishing is ramping up, Ford Truck Month is winding down. These are the final days to get big rebates and special low financing on Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks in America for 39 years in a row. That's why you see so many at the launch ramp these days. F-150 has the power and capability to tow and launch your boat with ease. Plus, its high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body panels won't rust like other trucks. If you have a big boat to move and need even more muscle, Ford's Super Duty is definitely the way to go. Its next-generation 6.7-liter Power-Stroke turbo diesel delivers big-time power along with impressive fuel economy. So don't miss the final days of Ford Truck Month, the best time of the year to step up to a new F-150 or Super Duty. See your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.